I want to tell you, if you don't have a plan, then you'll get the government's plan. And the government's plan, as we just heard earlier when we talked about this homestead tax and the trim in our local area where they're proposing to raise our property taxes, the government's plan is not necessarily to give you more money, but the government, being in need of money, is looking to take and collect as much as they can. So we want to have a plan for our own distribution of our, for many people, largest financial asset outside of the home. It's going to be your IRA. So I want to briefly share a story. There was a story that just recently was in a paper, and it's where the High Court turned down a daughter in a pension dispute. This is a highlight. Everybody, as we look at our taxes and get these documents together, this is a good time to visit our beneficiary forms. Beneficiary forms dictate how our money from these IRAs is going to be distributed. This happened out in Washington. The Supreme Court says the daughter of a DuPont company. DuPont is the maker of plastics and other things like that. We've all familiar with DuPont. This DuPont worker's daughter is out of luck in her effort to collect her father's retirement benefits. The justices, in a unanimous decision Monday, said that Carrie Kennedy, a social worker who lives in Lumberton, Texas, can collect nothing from DuPont because the companies are bound by what a worker puts down on the forms designating who is to receive their retirement and other benefits after death. And in this particular case, William Kennedy, the father, he divorced his wife of 22 years, Liv, and she waived her rights to his retirement money in their divorce decree. However, that is not what dictated how the money would be distributed. Her daughter, Carrie Kennedy, said her father wanted her to have all of his money after his death. He worked for DuPont for 34 years. He died in 2001, 3 years after he retired. Well, the wife sought the divorce. She got some money. She got jewelry, furniture, and an older Mercedes, and that's all she wanted. But he never changed his beneficiary form. So when he died, the $402,000 was paid out by DuPont to the former wife. The daughter disputes it, and she said, "Dad wanted me to have the money." The courts disagreed. Mom kept the money. It soured their relationship. They eventually reconciled, but mom moved back to her home country of overseas somewhere in Norway and never gave the daughter the money. So the lesson, the moral is that we all have to make sure that our IRA documents, the beneficiary forms, are kept up to date. If we don't keep them up to date, the older forms, although it may be contrary to our new wishes, will actually trump in the scenario. So although she had a divorce decree that said she didn't want the money, the beneficiary form said that he wanted her to have it. Mom got the money. Folks, we have to pay attention, and we have to make sure that our IRA forms, the documents, in particular the beneficiary form, is kept up to date. This is one of the biggest mistakes that people make with their IRA. And here on Wealth of the Nation, we're going to be giving you tips on how to avoid these major mistakes with what for most of us is our largest asset outside of our homes. We're going to take a brief break here at Wealth of the Nation. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Out, I want to encourage you all to join us again next week as we bring you more exciting guests. We're going to bring more tips for your tax preparation, and I will continue to reveal more secrets of the new retirement environment, including the 3 biggest exemptions in the tax code. And remember, your wealth and your financial condition are not determined by the economy, but by your philosophy.
Thank you for listening to the Wealth of the Nation program with your host, Darrell Davis, sponsored by Financial Assurance Corporation, located at 1875 I Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. For information, visit us on the web at www.darrelldavis.com or call 202-429-5254.